Okay, so this was the flash from yesterday that we were talking about. Let me go ahead and turn it on. My initial claim was that this flash could do high-speed sync on the Sony A6300, right? Well, the fact of the matter is that Sony has a really odd relationship with most types of flashes, unless it's their own. There is a couple of other ones like the Nissan i40. There's a few other systems that support high-speed sync on Sony cameras. I believe like the Photox Odin does as well. But what I did is I forgot to put the shutter speed on my camera higher than the maximum 1/250th of a second sync speed in order to make it actually work. So I just thought that I had done it, and then after I watched the video, I realized that I had not increased the shutter speed to actually test the high-speed sync, and I had it in continuous shooting mode, and I thought that it was doing it both in continuous shooting mode with an increased shutter speed. And as a matter of fact, I'll even start here at 1/500th of a second. So basically doubling the maximum shutter speed for high-speed sync. Now, I don't think it works. So we'll go ahead and take a shot here real quick. All right, so I'm just going to increase the power to make sure that we can see it. It's also important to note that some of these flashes will only fire in manual mode. So you can't have it on master, you can't have it in slave, you can't have it in the Nikon or Canon modes on this Aperlite YH700C. You can only use it in the manual mode. You can't really use it in multi, you can't use it in ETTL. Let's take a shot here real quick. So you get a slight, you get curtain in the way. Let me beef up the power even more. Let's go to 1/2 power. So you can see where the curtain's at. Even with this particular flash in high-speed sync mode, high-speed sync will not work on the A6300 with the Aperlite YH700C. And honestly, I don't do much outdoor shooting where I need high-speed sync. Usually I just put an ND filter on the lens and go that route. So very rarely have I ever even played around with high-speed sync. It just happened to be a question that came through on the channel and I wanted to answer it. Now moving on to this Yongnuo YN560 Mark IV, I had another question about what was the maximum shutter speed that the Sony A6300 could fire this particular flash at. So I'm just going to start at 250th of a second. I'm pretty sure that that's the highest sync speed that is supported with the Yongnuo YN560 Mark IV, and I'll try that here. So this is at 1/250th of a second. Did I not have it in? Oh, I've got it in slave mode. Let me. There we go. Now we're in manual. All right, so we get full. We got no shutter in that mode, and then as soon as I take it up to 1/320th of a second, you start getting a little bit of the curtain right up there at the top. If we increase it even more to 1/400th of a second, you're getting even more of the curtain. And here's 1/500th. And that's at about half the frame. So the maximum that the Sony A6300 combined with the YN560 Mark IV flash can handle is 1/250th of a second. So that's your max sync speed. So again, I apologize for the misinformation. Like I said, I've been cranking out videos pretty fast the last couple days. And I don't like to put out bad information, but I just missed it. So forgive me, I'm human. But the better news, other than the high-speed sync, like that's always been a bit of an issue with the Sony A6000 and a few of the other Sony cameras. A lot of people are trying to achieve high-speed sync on these cameras, and they're having a hard time finding manufacturers besides Sony that actually support it. And, you know, they're not wanting to spend, you know, $400 and $500 for a flash. They're wanting a third-party option. I do know that Yongnuo makes a few high-speed sync triggers that are compatible. I will link to those down in the description box below. I can't verify 100% for sure if these triggers are going to work on this one because I don't own them and I've not put it on there. But I'll try my best to find some hardware and list it in the description box below that actually supports high-speed sync on like the Sony A6000. So in theory, if it worked on the Sony A6000, it should work on the Sony A6300. So at any rate, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share the video on the internet, and also subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Peace.